Kind of having a look around here. As you can see, it is lush and green and full of life, but it's also full of life, full of plants. So starting to think about how we're going to work with this area. One option is come in with tractors and just kind of mow it all down, cut it all down. And honestly, we might have to do a little bit of that, but I'm hoping that we're able to kind of come in piece by piece and start to work areas. So in some way that will be fine, but other ways there's going to be some problem with deer. So kind of thinking through these things here this morning, some of the things I'm noticing are these areas here. I don't know if we can see them. It's so lush. It's really hard to tell. But this is going to be one of the main vegetable areas right here, I think. Maybe a polytunnel in this area as well. But there's also a contour here in the land. So the contours in the land are really a opportunity for us here because of we get so much rain in the winter that I would like to be storing water through the contour of the land. So as the water flows down the slope, we want to catch it in swales or Hugelkultur type beds and store that water. I read a book on dry farming and water storage, and I had always thought like, oh, I would store rainwater in a cistern or something like that. But I think that after reading this book, the author, I'll put it up here, I can't remember the name right now, but I'll get it. But the author really talked about actually using the soil as your water battery. So rather than thinking about like a plastic or concrete storage container to keep your water in, to actually think about how do you use the water, the land itself as your water bank. And one of the ways to do that is through, holding the water, slowing it down, keeping it trapped in organic material, and then throughout the summer it can be released. I'm coupling some of those ideas with someone I met in Texas when I was farming at Center for Maximum Potential Building Systems in Austin. This guy Harley Hitchcock. I think there was even a write-up from maybe A&M on him, but he was taking I think about quarter acre or half acre sections of land in Austin in a rectangle around the land, digging out a 3-foot by 3-foot section and then putting just wood into it. So kind of Hugelkultur type stuff. So it was like a Hugelkultur surrounding a whole area. And then he would just fill that up with wood chips and wood and root masses. And he would fill it up above the ground. And then over about a 3-year period, he would start planting beans and I think squashes around the wood area, and just grow that there, probably some kind of cover crop or something in the middle. I'm not sure what he was doing there, because the tannins are a little bit higher in the wood, so but the beans could handle it, he said. So that's what he would grow there for like about 3 years, I think he said. And then after that, he could plant tomatoes, okra, beans, whatever he wanted into the middle section of that rectangle. And he was able to mostly dry farm it in Austin, Texas, which if you know Austin, Texas, it gets extremely hot, but they get a lot of rain in the winter. So he basically made a big water battery out of wood around his section, and then just put plants in there, and they grew. He said he just had to water them in. This was before like Hugelkultur was really popular in America. And Harley Hitchcock, that's his name. I don't know if he's still alive or still out there, but I'm also being inspired by some of his thoughts. as I'm thinking about designing our property. So just sharing some thoughts here this morning. Have a good day.